way over there to get in line. All right, you give your attention up here, please. Students have been doing very well. One more grade to get through. We'll start with Angel Brandon. Angel's been on the honor roll all 3 quarters, a student council member, played basketball, volleyball, and soccer this year, as well as being part of the large vocal ensemble that received a 1 rating at Max. Madison Butts. Madison was part of the choir this year that participated in Max. Ryan Carmody. Ryan had excellence in science, creative presentations, Spanish, Bible, algebra, English, and history, as well as on the all-A honor roll all 3 quarters. Participated in the play, boys soccer, also received a 1 rating in declamation, speech competition at Max, brass solo. He was part of the Max math competition in pre-algebra, took 3rd place in the Max. Also 3rd place with their band production and outstanding conduct this year. Marco Krabs has been on the honor roll all 3 quarters this year. Owen Castor. Owen was on the honor roll 1st quarter and also is part of the boys basketball team this year. Gabe Conger. Gabe's been on the honor roll all 3 quarters this year. Darren Kuhn. Darren played volleyball and soccer this year, as well as being part of the junior high choir, and took 3rd place in the Patriots Pen writing competition in our district this year. Haley Cox. Haley had excellence in creative presentations and Bible, as well as being on the honor roll all 3 quarters this year. A student council member, also volleyball and girls soccer. Also had a 1 rating in the large vocal ensemble and her humorous interpretation at Max, as well as having outstanding conduct this year. Noah Derdarian. Noah had excellence in creative presentations and Bible this year. Also a part of was on the honor roll all 3 quarters. Participated in boys basketball and had outstanding attendance this year. Danielle Drury. Danielle had excellence in creative presentations, Bible, and algebra. Was on the honor roll the first 3 quarters. Many things in Max. Oral interpretation of scripture. She took 3rd place in Max. Had a 2nd place with the small instrumental ensemble she was a part of. Large instrumental ensemble had a 1 rating. Oral interpretation of scriptures, she took 3rd place, as well as being a part of the high school band this year that took 3rd place at the high school competition. Kayla Edwards. Kayla was on the honor roll all 3 quarters this year, as well as the soccer team, and receives the Outstanding Conduct Award. And Luke Epperson. Luke's been on the honor roll all 3 quarters, member of the boys soccer and basketball teams. Took a 1 rating with his brass solo, part of the high school band that took 3rd place, and receives the Outstanding Attendance Awards. Let's give them a round of applause. We'll have the remaining 8th graders, please. We'll start out with Caitlin Hill. Caitlin had excellence in creative presentations and Bible this year, as well as being on the honor roll for the first 3 quarters. Alex Hodgson. Alex not here today. Alex was on the honor roll 1st quarter, as well as being a part of the high school band. Andrew Huffman. Andrew was on the honor roll 1st and 3rd quarters this year, as well as participating in the play this year. Eva Jones. Eva had excellence in Bible and Algebra 1 this year, was on the all-A honor roll 2nd quarter, honor roll 3rd quarter. Part of the girls soccer team, also the junior high choir, and received outstanding conduct this year. Guys, Evan was on the honor roll first quarter, as well as being a part of the boys basketball team this year. Ryan Lebrecht. Ryan was on the honor roll first and third quarter this year, also part of the boys basketball team this year. Ethan Morgan. Ethan received excellence in creative presentation, Spanish and Bible this year, as well as being on the honor roll all three quarters. Had a 1 rating in his oral interpretation of Scripture at Max and received the Outstanding Attendance Award. Taylor Pritchard. Taylor's been on the honor roll all three quarters. Also had a 1 rating in oral interpretation of Scripture this year, as well as part of the junior high choir. Payne Richardson. Payne's been part of the honor roll all three quarters, as well as a member of the boys basketball team. Timothy Stokes. Timothy had excellence in creative presentations, Spanish, algebra, all 8 honor roll third quarter, honor roll first and second quarters. Part of the student council this year, as well as the boys basketball team. Had a 1 rating in dramatic interpretation of Scripture this year, as well as perfect attendance this year. Darla Swanson. Darla had excellence in science and Bible, as well as being on the all 8 honor roll all three quarters this year. She was part of the girls basketball team and receives outstanding conduct for the year. Haley Teichelis. Haley's been on the honor roll all three quarters, participated in the play, also volleyball and soccer this year. Took second place both in her woodwind solo and small instrument ensemble at Max, third place in her photography. They had a 1 rating in the large instrumental ensemble. She had a 1 rating with her flute duet and also played in the band this year, high school band. Audra Weiser. Audra had excellence in creative presentations, Bible, Algebra 1, English, and History this year. All A honor roll, all three quarters. Junior high soccer and volleyball this year. Student council member, as well as taking third place in the Max with her photography, scenic photography, and landscape photography. She also was recognized with her writing in Patriots Pen. And Michaela Wright. Michaela had excellence in creative presentations, Bible, and English, as well as all 8 honor rolls, second and third quarters, regular honor roll first quarter, participated in the play, was a student council member this year, also a volleyball and soccer team member, and took 1 rating with her oral interpretation of Scripture. Let's give these 8th graders a call. As you heard, many of our students participated in MAX this year. MAX is the Michigan Association of Christian Schools. There are many Christian schools throughout the state, and that fine arts competition has a variety of different things that the kids are recognized in. We also compete in a MAX math competition and a MAX testing competition. So I'd like to recognize a few students here. In the math competition, we did mention some of our students here, but I'm going to tell you what they placed in the math competition, and they will be getting a certificate. I'll have all these students come up, and then I'll give you certificates at one time. First place in ratios, percents, and fractions was Abigail Mulligan. Did it again. In 4th place in geometry, Abigail also. And in 5th grade place in computations was Abigail. She receives 3 certificates. In 4th place in decimals, fractions, and ratios was Catherine Wiley. In 3rd place in computations was Jonah Cawson. In 5th place in computation was Sydney Peckinpah. And 5th place in computation, Emma Doyle. Come on up, you guys. Give them a big round of applause. sixth grade. Sixth grade is actually part of the elementary max competition, and these ribbons were not given at the day of. They did not have their awards presentation. So I'd like to recognize our students here. Again, I'll have the students come forward, and then I'll give you out your awards. For participation in fine arts, Jillian Ziegler, Miranda Tyler, Avery Morgan, Joseph Buffington, and Andrew Brewer. And with a good rating, Kirby Cox, these were all in their arts, Kylie Hamilton in sculpture,